Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and I'll be talking about the easiest Techmarine build in Space Marine 2 patch 12 to push into higher difficulty operations and hard strats. Now, the main idea behind this build is stacking things like range damage reduction on top of armor restoration, and using some of the easier bolter options like Precision Servo or like the standard bolter option with the Burn perk. Now, the primary weapon I've selected here is the Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle. Mainly because this is like the best primary on the Techmarine currently, thanks to the grenade launcher attachment. Grenades will get you back all of your contested HP pretty much instantaneously, on top of giving you stagger and more horde control, so really good overall for him, on top of the fact that this weapon is just a pretty good bolter option in the game already. Now, for the perk tree on this, I do take the perk here, Headhunter first for 10% more headshot damage, then I move here into the perk, Adamant Hunter. When your health is below 30%, headshots will deal 25% more damage. Now, usually on the Techmarine, being below 30% HP kind of sucks because that does put you into like one-shot stunlock territory, but a 25% damage buff here while below this HP threshold is still a pretty strong effect, so we do pick this up. Next perk here is Fast Reload into the perk here, Able Reload. After you use a class ability, the equipped weapon instantaneously reloads. This is actually a pretty good perk on Techmarine because your servo gun can be turned on and off again pretty easily, so triggering this like automatically reload your weapon, that's an easy thing to pull off. Next perk here is Headhunter down here into the perk Great Might. Then I pick up the perk Increased Capacity. This one gives you a 20% increase to your ammo reserves. Now this counts for both your grenade launcher attachment and your base ammo, so really good all around for this build. And the other perk I take is up here with the perk Tactical Precision. Headshots deal 20% more damage. Non-headshot damage decreases by 10%. Headshot damage is still worth taking on this build, even though you do lose 10% damage on your grenade launcher, and that doesn't hurt too much because the CHP recovery here is still pretty much instant, and the 20% damage bonus to your headshots and hard strats and operations, that is definitely worth it. I would definitely pick this one up. Next perk here is Recoupment. Killing a Majoris or higher enemy with a headshot of this weapon restores one armor segment. The cooldown is 15 seconds. Now, armor restores a very powerful effect in Space Marine 2 already. Any amount of armor remaining will reduce all incoming melee damage to 0, even from bosses. So having a free armor restoration built into your primary weapon, that is a pretty awesome perk effect, and a 15-second cooldown is really not that bad at all. Next perk here is Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores your health by 10%. This is actually a really good perk on the Techmarine, mainly because he does not want to be below 30% HP, because like I mentioned before, that puts you into like one-shot stunlock territory, which is a pretty bad place to be on this class. It's also very easy to trigger on the Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle because you do have a grenade launcher just blow up like 7 Hormiguns. Next perk here is Perpetual Penetration, and the final perk is Divine Might for a 10% damage buff, and that's pretty much all there is for the Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle. Now for the secondary weapon selection, I do take the Rate of Fire Plasma Pistol, mainly because this weapon is great for staggering both Chaos Spawn and Soul Cannon Terminators and stuff like that, and without this weapon, you do kind of struggle against Chaos sometimes, though I will say the Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle is still pretty damn strong at interrupting a lot of the more annoying enemies on Chaos. I just take the Plasma Pistol for like a secondary effect, on top of the fact that the CHP recovery here is top tier as well. Now for the perk tree on this, I do go all the way down the top tree, things like Plasma Collection into the perk Rapid Cooling. Really, you always build the top tree on the Plasma Pistol. This just has all the perks you actually want. You get things like Efficient Charge, you get things like Perpetual Velocity for a 20% faster charge rate. The Rate of Fire stat here also ups your base charge rate already, so this perk actually stacks on top of that even better. And the final perks here are things like Plasma Collection and Divine Might, and that's pretty much all you want on this weapon. Now, alternatively, you could take things like the Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol or the standard Heavy Bolt Pistol. These are still quite good. I just think the Plasma Pistol is overall better for the build. That's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now, for the melee weapon, I do take the Heroic Combat Knife, the Argent Edge. I know we have a Power Gladius skin here. We'll swap that out for a second. But the big thing about the Argent Edge is that you have the heroic perk effect here, Scathing Retort. The riposte window is shorter, but each riposte deals damage. All this means by riposte is perfect parry window, so your perfect parry window is a little bit shorter, but each perfect parry will do a bit of damage. And on top of that, this weapon will interrupt any attack in an enemy's combo chain and stagger them immediately and give you a gun strike. So this is by far the best fencing weapon in the game currently, in my opinion. It's actually kind of insane how much this prevents stun locks in Space Marine 2 currently. So if you're going for like a fencing option, I would pretty much always pick this up. But if you are not comfortable with that shorter parry window, you could take other options, like maybe even the fencing Omniscient Axe or fencing Power Axe. That is up to you, but overall, the Argent Edge is definitely the safest weapon out of the bunch. Now, for the perk tree here, I do take the perk Armor Strength first, moving here into the perk Sharp Impact. Right and left Skull Crusher AoE radius increases by 50%. This weapon only has a 3 plus speed, so taking perks like Kinetic Energy, I don't think it's really worth it at all. You don't get a ton of consecutive heavy attacks on this weapon in my experience, so taking this one's a bit better for horde clear. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength again, moving here into the perk Combined Onslaught. Light combo attacks of this weapon deal 10% more melee damage. Like I said before, you don't use the heavy attacks as much on this one as say like a Power Gladius, so I do pick this one up instead. And the final perks here are Tide of Battle, Shoulder Bash for a better lunging attack, and then I pick up Reeling Blow into Extremis Slayer and Hard Target for a 15% range damage reduction here on a light combo. This will actually stack with things like Omnisci and Axe Deflection while this is active, on top of things like Scramble Targeting or Defensive Stance, to give you well over like 50% plus range damage reduction, which is very strong in this game. You actually feel range damage reduction a lot on most builds, but especially this one because you have a ton of armor regen with stuff like Battlefield Repairs and Fortifying Salvo. Now, for the perk tree here, since we just swapped off of it for a second, but for the perk tree here, we do take the perk Explosive Enfilade first. After using equipment, your range damage increases by 15% for 10 seconds. The main reason I take the Bolter Servo option is because the Bolter Servo gun is very good at just pressing the ability button. The shots are near instant, they travel much faster than Plasma does, and they will recover you your contested health on top of applying the burn. So that is a much better thing for newer players, I think. Now, something new players might also benefit from is using the Precision Enhancement on top of Decapitating Stratagem or Lethal Perimeter, and mainly because this weapon, the Sniper Servo here, will one-shot Zoanthropes and damn near one-shot the Neurothropes in the game. Those are two of the most annoying enemies for a lot of players, so picking this one up, that can help you tremendously in this game, but you know, that is up to you. I think the Bolter Servo here is also quite strong. Next perk here is Omnisci and Axe Deflection. After a perfect parry or perfect block, you take 25% less damage from range attacks for 10 seconds. Now, this perk is amazing with the Arch and Edge because you really don't need things like Arc Cleave at all. Arc Cleave gives you a 20% melee damage bonus to charge melee attacks. You hardly do that on the Arch and Edge whatsoever, so this perk is kind of useless for you. And the perk over here, Methodical Destruction, is pretty good. Omnisci and Axe Deflection is just way safer. Next perk here is a Long Range Barrage. Range damage at ranges greater than 20 meters increases by 25%. This is a great perk with like pretty much any bolter gun in the game, but especially ones like the Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle times 2 headshot multiplier, and Oculus Carbine, because being 20 meters away from an enemy, that happens pretty often, and the weapon spread on these weapons is really not that bad at all. Next perk here is Battlefield Repairs. Squad members restore 1 additional armor segment for finishers, armadores, or extremis enemies. An extra armor in this game on top of range damage reduction is incredibly powerful. This is by far the best team perk on the Techmarine currently since they buffed it up. It used to be the worst, but these days I would definitely grab it. Next perk here is an Inexorable Salvo. While the servo gun is active, you don't lose control from heavy hits and cannot be knocked back. The effect lasts 15 seconds after deactivation. Having no knockback will prevent you from getting stun locked. Having a 15-second uptime for using your bolter for like 2 seconds is super nice to have. This is by far the best perk in this column at the moment for this build. Next perk here is Replenishing Salvo. Killing or incapacitating an enemy with the servo gun restores 1 equipment charge. The cooldown is 75 seconds. A 75-second Melt-A-Bomb, Crack Grenade, Shock Grenade, Frag, these are all incredibly useful abilities. Alternatively, you could pick up Augmented Tarantula. This perk is also very strong. You definitely feel the Sentry Gun damage increase here, and the longer duration is very noticeable, but either of these is a very powerful option for your build. I think the current weakest option is Augmented Ammunition. Next perk here is Fortifying Salvo. Killing or incapacitating enemy with the servo gun restores 1 armor segment. The cooldown is 30 seconds. This is just a bit of redundancy for your armor restoration. You can definitely use this off cooldown. A 30-second cooldown for getting 1 armor back is actually pretty good in Space Marine 2, and you really don't need things like Strategic Gun Strike unless you're using Decapitating Stratagem and the perk over here, Precision Enhancement, which is another reason I think the bolter option is better for this build in particular. The final perk option here is Omnisci's Fury. Servo gunshots set enemies on fire. If you are using the plasma or the bolter servo gun, you just take the burn perk, because without burn, these weapons kind of suck, so definitely grab this one. This will make your life significantly easier against hordes, bosses, and really anything you're fighting. Now, for the prestige perk options, I do take Chained Headshots first for bonus headshot damage for a heavy bolt rifle. Then I take Unflinching Focus because of being invulnerable while you're activating a Tarantula Sentry Gun. That is an invaluable perk. You pretty much always pick this up. And the final perks here are Stim Boost for 40% more HP from stims, and Defensive Stance for 20% less range damage while surrounded by 5 or more enemies. On this build, you really do not need things like Furious Gunstrike because your melee damage hardly matters at all. Blast Radius is pretty good, but kind of redundant at times because a lot of the weapons in this game, or the equipment, excuse me, they already one-shot guys, even without like this bonus radius, and you're going to kill most of the guys in front of you anyways. And the next perk here, Volatile Sentry, despite having a 1000% damage increase on a Sentry Gun Explosion, that barely does anything except one-shot Majoras, and Majoras aren't always nearby your Sentry anyway, so I would definitely skip over this one. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. I do think this is currently the easiest to run Techmarine build in the game. Hopefully this build guide helped you, and if you want to watch me live to ask me questions about the game or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description alongside a link to my community Discord. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. Oh, the generators. Godzilla is approaching the generator.
Gargoyles are attacking the generators. Power reservoir at 25% capacity.
You know, these Lehman Russes here, they should use those little side guns and start blasting. You guys ever seen the movie Fury with Brad Pitt? I want a movie like that, but it's just a guardsman tank crew.
Generators at Lambda are taking hits.
Ugh. Okay. How they die.
Extra force supply. Reloading ammunition.
Which do you prefer, the plasma or the targeting servo gun? I mean, plasma for siege mode is just the only way to go, in my opinion. But for other modes, you can definitely, I think precision targeting can be better. Precision enhancement. Because the enemies aren't as clumped. Vulture burn is also, the thing about plasma is like the shots are fast, but they're not instant. So like in a super pinch, there are points where other options can be even better. But in siege mode, you just take plasma. It's insane not to. It's a perk that scales up with enemy density. So, for that reason, the more enemies you're fighting at once, the better it gets.
We must close the wall rift before the enemy gains a foothold. Refilling magazines. The energy reservoir is nearly full. Just hold them off a little longer. That's enough charge to close the gates.
Burn Vulture is underrated, it definitely is. I think it's honestly better for ops and hard strats at times, just because most of the time all you need your servo gun for is just like nuking some Majoras in front of you.
Never expected to see it with my own eyes. I will commend you to your regiment's high command.
You also get like the instantaneous CHP regen.
Viridian, I have deployed a redemption.
What kind of skill is this one that you rush a bit in front, do damage? That's shoulder bash on the knife.
Rendezvous with the dreadnought and drive the Thousand Suns out of the Ecclesiarchy Cathedral. This is the best chance we can give the Cadians to control this sector.
Yes, it's the fan force sick laser beam.
Some chasm stands between us.
Not to be confused with the laser beam from Suicide Squad. That execute speaks for a generation of Zangor victims. The sky aliens. Yeah. I guess that is what it is. No, dude, it's him, he's back.
Deploying amplified from
Wait, he actually fucking missed one while I was moving. Doesn't matter, he's already die.
fresh magazine. Sun's element confirmed. Overpowered, justified.
On this boss spawn area, the reinforcements always go like almost always go to the Imperial Guardsmen below. Should do this now. I'll grab my sword guns. It was me.
Anti-Hellbrute tactics effective.
FG, why are you using this meme build? I mean, this is actually probably like, this is a good build. This is probably the easiest build to use on the Techmarine the entire game. Everything's pretty automated. I don't think anything with a bolter servo, with like a burn servo, outside precision enhancement, and a heroic bolt rifle can possibly be meme on this class.
High-ranking chaos target eliminated. Cover my reload. A codex-compliant victory.
Yeah, there are no memes in this build.
Deploying amplified. Specialized bio neutralized. Throwing frag grenade. 1,000 suns deploying a terminate. Encounter chaos measures successfully deployed. Extra force supplied.
Oh my goodness.
Small must be eliminated.
There's going to be ammo up here in a second. This is my least played map in this game for obvious reasons, since it is brand fucking new. but my brain tells me.
Abomination removed. Tactic engaged. Kill confirmed. Major tyranny threat. Reloading ammunition. Ready for next encounter.
Maybe there is no ammo coming. Maybe it's all a lie, chat.
Clears enhanced tactics deployed. These corrupted wretches cannot withstand my light. Flank and support the redempted dreadnought. Conflict resolved. Spawn exterminated. Enemy eliminated.
All right. Well, I mean, technically my brain was correct. There was ammo coming.
Deploy heretic countermeasures.
It's both on skill issue, skill issue. I guess I'll grab you.
Eliminate the spearman. Deploying amplified ferocity. Victory for the Imperium long. Spear terminated. Reloading ammunition. This pathway is blocked. No bolts obstruction. Stay where you are.
Where's this guy coming out of the woodworks?
Sight to the north.
Yeah, oh, okay. He knew. Worth it. Actually, it's not worth it at all, because we're going to need that later, but maybe possibly in the next 5 seconds. Probably both of them.
Obtaining armaments.
Yes, he has one guy. Dude. Now that's Aura. Look at him. Every shot. Story.
Hellspawn.
Ow.
Destruction required.
I actually want this. He's just chilling there, menacingly.
Hellspawn subdued.
Okay.
Son of Magnus terminated.
A relic. That's pretty convenient. Now, so now there's gonna be the ammo thing up here.
Radiance hope.
If we made it. And we're probably gonna get another boss spawn too. Oh, and my cracks. Wow, a blessed day, brothers.
Secure. New path ahead.
We're gonna do it weekly after this too, if you guys want. Why the hell not?
Construction removed.
That's a convenient turret. Blessed with the crack. Through.
Form defensive positions around the Redemptor while he breaks through. The Redemptor dreadnought is taking fire. Locomotion and weapon systems compromised. Brother Voltus requires time to recalibrate. Kill the attackers. Tapping reactor. Point rockets modified.
Lehman Russell Crowe. That's a fucking hilarious sentence. Lehman Russell Crowe. I think Russell Crowe would have made a good Lehman Russ, like, hello. Ah, yes. Face my ass blaster in this one. And these. Is this... That's not economic. That's not economic. Yo, you fuck! You son of a bitch, you punched me out a window! Quite greedy of me, wasn't it? Oh, they're camping my turret. That's cool. I guess I'll use the backup turret. Oh, shoot the helper, shoot the helper. Oh, yeah, I got him. I'm like right on the edge here, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, perish, perish.
Neutralization confirmed.
They got punched me out a fucking window. Some motherfuckers are trying to ice skate uphill. The famous move, but just got the game finished trying out the oven content today. The oven content. What's that supposed to mean? I tell you, like the post-launch content, what's been cooking in the oven. Kind of funny way to put it. That's true.
Son of Magnus, terminated. It is fate of the arch-enemy's fortress. It set the entire bridgeway alight with corrupted flame. Its beautiful breath cannot harm me. It is now this center. Spawn. I smite you back to the abyss. I am logging this triumphal scroll of honor, Helen brother.
Techmarines, praise the Emperor.
Unknown box communicator. Identify yourself.
This is Archdeacon Zonia. I am hidden inside the cathedral. Heretics stormed the sanctum and slaughtered my garrison of
I have those red knots in the going, dude. Like, cultists, dude. He only fights Hellbirds and Hellbreaks. That's all this guy cares about.
Explosives. Alas, they never got to use them against the archenemy.
Meridian, gather the explosive charges and place them.
Oh wait, we rocked that. Oh no, we didn't. Dreadnought did. Okay. Pretty sure we stuck him though.
Place them to bring the whole structure down on the wall rift.
I've been practicing sticky grenades since Halo 1. I'm still bad at it.
Carrying a blasting charge.
Overpowered. Justified.
Never gets old as Red Knot versus the Helldrake. It really doesn't, Marcel. It really does not. It's a good moment. It's the best part of the mission in a lot of ways.
Execute the spawn.
Oh shit. Damn.
Enhanced tactics deployed. Hellspawn destroyed. Reloading.
It is
Good one guy.
imperative that we place the charges.
Told you.
Are the explosives in place?
Pretty sure that spot's bugged.
Set the explosives to ensure proper destruction. Explosives placed.
One dude.
Demolition charge in hand.
Cast this desecrated sanctorium down. Bury these heretics, so they never see starlight again.
Trigger the charges and advance to the egress point before the cathedral falls.
The Ripper just dies by getting stepped on. That's
I'm
a
grateful
dope.
for your offer,
Quite good.
but my place is here. I will speak prayers of consecration over the cathedral's final moments.
The choice is the Archdeacon's to make. Stall the traitor's attack. The demolition charges will do the
Heretics
rest.
are everywhere.
Dude, imagine how terrified those guardsmen were. Like, they see a Hellbrute charging up a cannon, and like the only thing preventing that from just, you know, atomizing them is the Dreadnought killing it in time. I appreciate the build variety Techmarine's trying to have. We need more of that for every class. Agreed, Morales. Definitely agreed.